All right. So the first online tool and app that I've got is, anyone remember those walkie-talkies? I don't know, I remember as a kid having walkie-talkies that, give one to your brother or sister and walk down to the other end of the house. In fact, I did have a walkie-talkie, which was a piece of string and two yogurt pots or two tins that connected to each other, stretch it out taut, and you can talk down one end and they could hear down the other end of the string with that. But this is not that. This is Voxer. So this is the online version of a walkie-talkie. So it's a walkie-talkie app. And it works just the same as a walkie-talkie, and you press the button, you speak into it, you release the button, and a message gets sent to the person on the other side. And they can then listen to the message, and then they can respond by pressing the button and shooting a message back to you. So the advantage of Voxer is that, you don't have limitations of distance, and that you can use Voxer to speak to someone else on the other side of the world rather than just the next building. And you can have these walkie-talkie interactive style conversations. So, excuse me. So why would you use it? And why wouldn't you ring someone up with a telephone? Because you're using the same device as a telephone. Or why wouldn't you just send a text message or messenger? Well, you may not want to have a live conversation. It might be you're just needing to get a message through. It's not an urgent response, and so the person on the other side can just respond when they have a moment or when they've got time to respond. And it really is just that back and forward conversation. And sometimes speaking, you can relay your message or your inflection in your voice a lot easier speaking than you can with just a text message. And you don't need to log into voicemail just to listen to it. So it's on the phone already and a notification pops up. So it is free. And when you do download Voxer, it gives you the opportunity to connect to all of your contacts on your phone, if you like. And then you can also, so that way there you can find out who else on your phone's on Voxer as well too. So it's another communication tool, which is really handy if you're wanting to have voice conversations with people in a really simple, easy, press button way. So that one there is called Voxer.com. So now the links to these apps, we'll pop these into chat. If you're not sure where chat is, it is the icon in the middle of your Zoom bar at the bottom of your Zoom screen, and it says chat under it. It's got a speech bubble. If you click on that, that'll open up chat, and at the bottom of chat, you'll see three little dots. If you click on those three little dots, then you can save the chat. So we'll put the links in there so that you can save at the end of the evening, and that way you can go and explore those in your own time when you're ready. And it means you don't have to squint at the screen looking at what is that website address. All right, next one I have for you is one called Upbase.io. So this replaces Post-it notes and those notepads that you might have, or those bits of paper you have where you scribble down notes of things that you have to do during the day, and hopefully remember to either share those with the person that you need that is helping you, or you remember to get things done. So Upbase is a project management tool. So it's and it doesn't matter whether you're working by yourself or you've got a team or you've got virtual assistants. It's a way of jotting down all the tasks that need to happen in a day, in a week, in a quarter, or in a year. And then with this, people can comment on it. So if you can assign the task to someone else, they can comment on it. They can let you know whether it's finished, needs review. And so it is a full project management board. And often you can do things like put your projects in it. So if you've got a project, for instance, say writing a book, you can have your book project up there, and then you can divide that project into all the various different parts. So you might sort of divide it into all the chapters you've got to write. Maybe there's some research you've got to do in each of these things. So there's subtasks and all that there. And so then you can assign some of the tasks out to other people, to assign stuff to you. And then it just really helps you to keep things on track and ensure that you keep things on time as well. You can use it for repetitive tasks. So if you've got tasks that are reoccurring tasks, so let's say, you've got payroll, you've got to do your payroll every week, every couple of weeks, then you can put that in as a repetitive task. Every 2 weeks, it'll pop up. So you've got the payroll to run. Or if you're doing social media and you've got a social media calendar, you can pop your calendar in there to let you know when to do your posting on social media. Reason why I put this one in is it is featured on AppSumo, AppSumo.com, and they have a lifetime plan on that as well. So you pay once and you have this forever. So well worth checking out. You can get started for free as well too. If you just want to check it out to see what it's like, then all you need to do is just register for it, and then you can get started and have a look and see how it all works. So for any business you're running, a project management tool, absolutely essential. And, I couldn't run my business without having something like this. So this is a good one to look at. It is called upbase.io. All right. Well, how do you know if something you've written has been copied by someone else? Or how do you know if you've got content there that you'd like to publish, and maybe it's been written, you've sent it off to Fiverr or to a copywriter, they've written it. How do you know they just haven't copied it from someone else and just given it to you? Well, there is this app here called Originality.ai, and it is a tool to check whether the content that you've got that you're going to publish on social media, on your website, in a newsletter, or wherever you're publishing content is original content. It's not published anywhere else. And so what you do is once you've signed up to this, log in, drop in your text into the box that is in that appears, and it will then check whether it is original, or there's anything in there that's been copied from anywhere else. And it will just give you that certainty as to whether you can publish it with confidence in your website or on social media. Now, really important today, because so much content there is now produced by the likes of ChatGPT, or even in Canva, for instance. They've got Magic Write in there. Lots of places have these automatic writing tools, or these AI writing tools. Now, often the source that these writing tools get their information from is publicly accessible information on the net. So yes, you can rewrite it, but you want to make sure even when it's rewritten that you've got 100% original content as well. So great tool there, just really to protect yourself against copyright infringement from someone else, and to ensure that, if you're paying someone to do some writing for you, that what they've given you is 100% original content as well too. So Originality.ai, it is one of the tools, one of the go-to tools these days for checking for plagiarism. All right, those of you that are writing books, then when you publish a book, you need to get an ISBN number for it. So ISBN is an international standard book number. And what that does is it's a unique number that identifies your book and anywhere in the world. So no one else has that number. It's a barcode and a number. And you actually have to purchase these, buy these. And so this site here, Thorpe-Bowker, that site there is the place that you get ISBN numbers. And this is for Australia. I mean, it works anywhere else in the world, but this is the Australian site. This is the site where you get your ISBN numbers. So they're not expensive, actually. They're reasonably inexpensive. And you've got some options here with your book in terms of what sort of ISBN numbers you need. You do need an ISBN number for different formats of your book or different versions of your book as well too. And with this particular site, you can also purchase in bulk. So, you can purchase, say, 5 barcodes or five ISBN numbers or 10 ISBN numbers. So you can have one for your book, one for your audio, one for another medium that you're using in terms of publishing it. But this here is the place that you get it. And they've also got some resources on the site that are helpful, particularly if you're self-publishing your book as well too. So that site is myidentifiers.com.au. And these days, every website should have a privacy policy at the bottom of the website on every page of the website. In fact, that'll help you with your SEO as well too. So one of the checks that Google does in terms of its, Google friendliness is whether you have things like a terms and conditions and a privacy policy on your site. There are laws around the world as well too that dictate that people are coming onto your site that you have a privacy policy. So like in the European Union, then that's called GDPR, and you need to have a privacy policy for people that are viewing your site over there. California, they're a state in the United States. They have their own policies and procedures in terms of what you should display on your site as well. Australia, New Zealand, I think Singapore, Philippines, Hong Kong, Thailand, none of those places have specific laws relating to privacy policies at the moment, but it is likely that it's coming as well too. So, so it's best to be compliant with these policies, and you can create a privacy policy for free. So this site here, privacypolicies.com, allows you to generate your privacy policies, which are compliant to all parts of the world. And they also link for, on most, or certainly the larger website platforms like Wix, Squarespace, and WordPress. You can download your policy as a text document or a Word document. And it is free, so you can actually get these policies for free. So if you wondered where to get one, or you're going to engage a lawyer to get a privacy policy, this is certainly a good starting point for you. You may still want to take it to your lawyer and check it, but this one here will give you cover globally by dealing with all of the jurisdictions and the laws in the jurisdictions that have requirements as far as privacy policies go. Not a sexy subject, but one that we need to pay attention to. And it's one of those risk mitigation areas so that people can't come back at you and sue you because you didn't have it. And that there is privacypolicies.com. And that wraps us up for our cool online tools for this evening. So, as I say, we dropped those into chat. In fact, they're all there in chat now. And James kindly put them all into one block so you can grab them in one block. But I'd love to know, what was your app of choice or your cool online tool of choice? If you can't remember what they all were, then they are the last post that is in chat there. So just pop your vote into chat. Let me know. And that way we can see which is our winner. Were we on track tonight, or were we off track? Which is the one that's going to take you down that rabbit hole of procrastination and keep you busy avoiding all of that work you should be doing, but you just need an excuse not to. All right, so we got a vote for Voxer, Upbase, the Originality.ai. Number 2 and 3, what's that one there? That's Upbase and Originality. Upbase. Maybe Upbase. Oh, looks like we're getting a feel here. I think Upbase is the winner for tonight. And a couple more votes for Originality and Privacy Policy Generator. Excellent. So we will publish these apps and tools. We end up publishing these all over social media. So if you missed them, probably good now to save the chat. So at least you've got a copy of it now with those 3 little dots down the bottom. And we will be publishing these in the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook group. If you're not a member of the group, just jump on Facebook and go and join Business Owners Smashing It Online. And that's where we pop all these things, and you'll see them in various places across the web as well, because we do live what we teach here as well too. We do repurpose a lot of our content.